How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we have myself playing the Leomon Rush deck, going up against Gallantmon. So Gallantmon, you know, pretty standard new deck from the EX2. But what about Leomon? There's a bunch of Leomon support, and there's definitely some ideas for the Leomon deck, so I've been testing it out a little bit. In this build we have a lot of blue hybrid stuff because naturally we're playing so many tamers, so it kind of makes sense. Plus Leomon, I think you're okay with going on the aggressive. With the new baby we can get a bunch of level 4s that are pretty good, so it's kind of like, I guess I dare say, a champion rush. We call it Leomon Rush. We started with 2 rookies using this Travi to pick up a tamer and a hybrid, which is pretty good. Gonna go into the Leo, who swings and survives. Honestly, not the worst. Like, when this Leomon does get answered, we're gonna get 3 memory out of it. So you can see how it's very annoying for our opponent to the orbit, right? It's like, you don't want to ignore the Leomon or we will get more free swings in. But if he does clear the Leomon, he's gonna pass over a bunch of memory, especially with the Gomamon underneath, right? So pretty cool stuff. And then we have Sword Joe, still just an annoying tamer. And just go right away into a Megidramon. It's gonna pop the Leomon, but we're gonna get extra memory out of it from the Goma and the Leomon. That's 3 memory gained, pretty good. We can start building again. You know, hitting into here in security, less than ideal, but it's okay. Megidramon is not too scary just yet, although I believe he does have the +1 Greymon. We're gonna go into a Leomon and just go aggressive early on, trying to get that chip damage, trying to see if we can utilize our memory properly. It's hard because like stuff we'll play in front is likely gonna get cleared, so this would be like a good time to just develop other tamers. For example, we're gonna Ice Wall just because I have memory to spare, and then go into a Kendo in the back. Meaning that we don't have any other tamers to set up, sadly. He's likely going to clear the Lobo. Can give it -2 and then kill it the Gilman effect. Doesn't pay for the Ice Wall. It is 2 checks. We hit into a Jerry, but we don't have a Leomon. There's a Leomon. The Jerry box topper is super nice. The Leomon is super sick. I love the art on it. They're pretty cool cards though. And then like the Jerry and the TK give you a bunch of card draw. It's pretty exciting. Gonna go into a Greymon and memory choke me, so we're still continuing the aggression, but you can see how it's definitely just like a little bit awkward. He's got a good job of, you know, clearing all the stuff that I've played, and we're kind of just like going very aggro. Gonna set up a second tamer, this time the TK. At least we'll have guaranteed memory next turn. When he swings, we get some card draw. If he swings at the Kendo, we're gonna be drawing 2 cards, for example, which is pretty nice. He's gonna promote. He still has, you know, 2 checks from Megidramon, 1 from Greymon. If he had a hybrid, we could potentially just be dead. Our security is okay though. We have like a bunch of Hammer Sparks and things like that. Tamers. As you see, you can get Jerry in security, which is gonna summon Leomon, and that's nice. Gonna tab the Jerry. You have to get the card draw. He's swinging at security, getting the minus. And then that way, the Kendo will be at 4k, so when the War Growl swings, he can then destroy with his effect. So doing a good job of entering my board and pushing damage. There's another Leomon, this time the alt art. I absolutely love that alt art. Want to get more of those for sure. And it's going to go into a red memory to pass the turn. Maybe he's looking for like a hybrid or something, but I'm not going to be able to clear his board. There's no way, right? And that means that we have to win this turn. We do have 2 tamers to work with though, and here's where the blue hybrid, or, you know, yeah, the hybrid package comes into play, right? We do good chip damage with our rookies and Leomons. And then ideally we have hybrids to close the game out. Gonna go into a Beowulf because I need to recycle the Kumamon, and that means that we 1 and 2 Hammer Sparks. We have enough memory to go into Kuma for game. So a pretty clean game 1. You can see how the Leomon was aggressive and annoying for him to deal with, and how we're just essentially like a pretty aggro deck, but it's pretty cool. Gonna go into game 2 here. He's gonna start off with a Gilmon, and then go into a Growlmon. I do like that Growlmon quite a bit. It's such a nice inheritable. I'm a big fan of the card. Gonna go into the Gabu. The Gabu gives you +1k if you have 8 cards, which is nice because like from the tamers we sometimes end up with so many cards in hand. And then a blue memory. Usually we take the Octomon. Octomon is good because with the baby it gets +1k on all turns. So it's just an 8k champion, which is very nice to have as a champion rush deck. And then the Gabu is also all turns, so we can actually have like a 9k, which is pretty cool. He's gonna set up his own memory boost and stay in the back. Gonna let us go into the Octomon and swing. We do hit into a Crimson mode, which I'd say it's a bit unfortunate. His deck does play a bunch of 8Ks though, so I guess it's okay. Gonna play a Stravi, and that is one sad Stravimon. Sending a Leomon and two of my options to the bottom. You can see that we do play Rattlestar as like my only removal. It's okay sometimes. I don't mind it. It's like cheap, and we oftentimes have excess memory to work with because of the Leomons. So I think Rattlestar is a good fit. Plus, because we don't play any ultimates or level 6. I guess we do play ultimates, just Beowulf, but we have a lot of room to play extra stuff. Links it to a Leomon Insecurity. Gonna use the memory, let him go into a Gilmon and continue his turn. So pretty interesting, you know, he wants to make a tempo push, which I think makes sense. We're definitely gonna be racing, right? So I like the idea of using the memory boost there. It seems reasonably okay to me. And I'm gonna set up that Takado. The box topper looking super good. Gonna go into another Gabu. We have 3 memory to work with. Not too much. This is again where if we have a tamer, we play a tamer. Hard triple Gomamon and then put him to 1 with the Octomon. The 7k does not die to the Wargrowl, but it does die to the Gallant, which we knew he took. So in hindsight, I should have gone into the Octomon in the back, right? He's gonna use the Blitz effect, he gets the clear, gets the memory. You can see how it's hard for us to build in the front for sure. Only 1 check though, so not the worst. We need tamers though. I need to set up those tamers so I can like actually have stuff stick around, yeah. The Sora and Joe is good there. It's gonna force him to either trade of the Gilmon or Digivolve. But we're getting kind of low in security, right? So it's pretty scary right now for sure. He's gonna stay in the back, swing, hits into a Jerry. And this time around, I believe we do have the Leomon somewhere. So it makes a big difference, right? Like look at what that security turned into, right? It's like 1 check turned into us having a tamer to work with and now a body on the board. Now this Leomon can block because, you know, blockers don't care if they were played that turn. And we also get, you know, extra memory because of it. So he gets memory, but when he kills the Leomon, we get memory back. We get card draw from the Leomon and the Jerry. And then he hits into another Jerry, which lets me get another Leomon. So that was a pretty good turn for security for us. We got 2 tamers out of that and 2 bodies, right? You can see the power of the Jerry and the Leomon. Leomon's gonna swing at security. I only have 2, but Leomon dies, putting me to 4, which is enough for us to go into a Kumamon. We still have 2 more tamers, 2 memory, and a blue memory boost. We have Beowulf to once again recycle the Kumamon. Using the memory boost, going to 1, Kuma swings, and then we have enough to go Hammer Spark, and last hybrid for game. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. You can see how the Leomon deck works. I'll try and have more matches for it up in the channel. Thanks for watching.